Hello, this is Max from Headed Nowhere. I am the keyboardist. I play the keyboard.
He plays everything basically. And I'm Kai. I'm the singer. For me it's very easy.
Singer and lyricist.
Narcissist asshole.
And,
yeah, this is our track by track for our Into Dawn EP. Yeah, for me Into Dawn is a very special track. I think I've never heard anything quite like it. And it's exactly the kind of fusion of electronics and rock aesthetic in songwriting that I wanted to create when we first started up.
yeah, that track, even though it was the last one we started on this EP, is probably a prototype of the way we really work as a band, where it's just people making demos, throwing them together. Nobody really knows where the song's going for ages.
The majority of the time, yeah.
And then just one kind of idea happens that just brings it together, and then suddenly you kind of know where the song's going.
Yeah, I think we restarted the project 3 or 4 times because we had different melodies, we had different arrangements and everything, and I think once we had the lyrics, which are very protesty, you just conjured up a fake kids choir out of my voice recordings, and it was all right, this is hilarious and energetic as fuck.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Yeah, I think before that, all 4 of us, if you'd have asked all 4 of us where's this track going, you'd have gotten 4 different answers.
Yeah.
After that, it took a long time to sort of come together.
It's basically a straight up protest song. For me it was you're looking we've written the majority of the entire EP during the pandemic, and when you just read the news or watch TV and there's politicians and billionaires doing fuck all to save the world, it's you can't really help but think all right, you're not gonna get away with this forever. And psytrance is such an aggressive sound. Protest songs usually distorted guitars, think of punk movements and everything, but psytrance can replicate that easily.
Yeah, hearing the first vocal melody and the first lyrical draft really brought the song together for me. I think that was the moment for me where it clicked, and I thought, all right, now I understand what this song is gonna sound like when it's done.
We're waiting for a moment when the world's suspended, when no one even blinks.
Second song on the EP is We're Waiting, an EDM punk rock song, I think.
Yeah.
For the most part, which is all about lyrically about the Fridays for Future movement and what if we do not save this planet? All the markers are off, everything is basically just talking about impending doom.
Yeah.
And let's just dance to that.
We were borderline satirical with how kind of cliche we wanted to make the EDM elements in the song, right? I mean,
it was quite a sight.
Yeah, there's almost kind of a morbid humor at sort of dancing towards your doom in this song.
True. With dealing in stereotypical sounds, obviously someone is gonna be yeah, but isn't this a bit boring?
Yeah.
So Max turned this song around a few times. Lucas and I, our first draft was very heavy, even on piano.
Yeah.
That's not in the song anymore, and we down-pitched it towards the end, because the first 2 or 3 lyrical ideas were not as high as the one that's now on the record. We were recording here, and it's on a good day I can do 2 takes and then it's done. And I wanted to be able to sing the song actually, I wanted to sing it live, so we downshifted it. But the downshifted harmonies sounded awesome, so we didn't change those, and we're just all right, this choiry feeling makes it better.
Yeah, not every sound works well just being straight up shifted up or down, but it kind of worked out really nicely on this track. Can You Feel the Cold, track number 3.
Yeah, it's lyrically at least the most personal song on the record, because it's about me. I'm the singer. I'm gonna make the songs about me. No, but I've been struggling with regular panic attacks since puberty basically. So I wanted to write about it somehow.
Yeah.
And this is probably one of those cases where I had the entire song structure laid out and then went to the band like, all right, can you add to this?
Yeah.
And it's filled with like a lots of like melodic and rhythmic moments, and you've written an audible panic attack, like the bridge thingy.
Yeah, that happened really late. I mean, we'd recorded all of the vocals and we'd re-recorded them. I mean, we had a whole lot of different singing styles we tried, and we were basically mixing the song when we did that breakdown, right? I mean,
I think we kind of forgot about it. Like, we knew that there was like this bridge moment.
Yeah, it kind of went under the radar. And then we noticed, oh damn,
what are we gonna do now?
There's nothing here.
Because I think like even on the lyric sheet and everything, there's like write lyrics here or something. But
fill in the gaps.
Yeah, exactly. Like what the fuck happened? But yeah, lyrically, it has like my favorite moment on the record is like this unfinished line. I turn to you and say, because there's like meaning to the gap, because it like in the song it just starts with "Can you feel it cold?" and the chorus kicks in, but like I turn to you and say, the entire line would be I turn to you and say I love you, because when I suffer an attack and it's mostly at nights or whatever, I'm just gonna wake up my partner and tell her that I love her, because in case I've been very good at not dying during panic attacks, but in case I die, I want that to be the last thing I say.
I think with a vision as clear as this for the song, my role mostly, I thought, was just to understand what you were hearing and what you wanted to do, and then help you put that into place. With some of the other tracks on the EP, there was kind of room for play where we could all just kind of do whatever we wanted to do, just throw ideas at the project. With this one, I think it was mostly kind of understanding what the lyrics were about, where you were going, and then kind of making that happen. Track number 4, Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are Floating in Space. That's us covering Spiritualized. I think that's definitely the oldest project on the EP.
Yeah.
Because when we kind of met up, Johnny, Lucas, Kai and me, when we met up to make some tracks, the first handful of projects just kind of went
nowhere.
Yeah. And none of them, I mean, I'm sure you guys feel the same way, but none of them really kind of...
No, they were shit.
They just sucked.
Yeah.
And I think it was your idea to do this cover, right? And I always felt like it was probably your attempt to kind of save the shit show.
Yeah.
And thank God it worked, because this was the project where I realized, as slow and painful as it can be, working with 4 people kind of at the same time, it's worth doing the grind, because the end result really I really took to the song.
Because we never jam, right? We just work as producers, basically.
We just sit in front of a PC
and figure out later
how do we play this?
How do we play this? But yeah, I just stumbled across the original song, and
it's a damn good song.
I was like, how the fuck do I know? Like, this is such a good song.
Yeah.
And like, I think basically at the same time I just rediscovered my love for like vocoders and like symphonic arrangements and stuff. And I was like, all right, this song, which in the original is like a basic prog rock song, like with lots of harmonies obviously, but I just wanted to make it more epic.
Yeah.
And with like different vocoders and everything, and it was basically like, all right, if we can't make this work as a team where we just put in our ideas for this song, and we have a structure because it's not our song.
Yeah, it's just a cover.
And it worked out fine, I think.
Yeah. We really struggled getting the 4 vocal bits kind of separated and distinguishable from each other. But this is the song. I really like the song. It turns out to be probably the least popular one numbers-wise from sort of streaming metrics perspective. Yeah. But I also think it's probably the most rewarding to re-listen to, because there are a lot of little bits and bobs to kind of discover and find if you listen to it a handful of times.
Yeah.
I've really taken to the song. I really like it.
I think we just can all agree that without, like, even though it's the one cover song we've done,
Yeah.
like, we've not written any words or anything to it, but without this song, I think we wouldn't have an EP at all, because it just
Yeah.
kickstarted, like, the thought of, all right, us four combining is gonna work somehow.
Yeah, this is the song where I realized. I mean, it's the project where I realized, right, if we just continue chipping away at a project, there's something there to be found.